Welcome to CallumConnects, 5-minute entrepreneurial inspiration for your day. Today's guest is Angela Kaur Baura. Angela founded Inkspirer, a Hong Kong-based content and communications consultancy in 2009. Drawing on 2 decades of experience in PR and communications, she's a content writer, communications strategist, and journalist working with small to medium brands that strive to make a positive difference in the world.
A hurdle I have faced as an entrepreneur, particularly in the early days, is imposter syndrome. It's that feeling that you're a fraud, you're not good enough to have got to where you are and to be doing what you're doing, and you'll be found out. Because of this inner critic, or imposter syndrome, I used to undercharge and undervalue my services. I'd give away too much of my time for free. I'd shy away from new business opportunities. I hesitated to establish my niche. I ended up trying to do everything rather than specialise. I didn't want to outsource. I thought it was proof that I'm a failure if I can't do it all myself. I missed out on some brilliant opportunities that, in hindsight, I had the relevant skills to take on. Plus, because I was working around the clock to feel like I was good enough, my family life and personal relationships suffered. I handled imposter syndrome in a couple of ways. First, I invested in a business coach, not a generic coach, but one who works specifically with writers and communication strategists to determine what's working for them and what's holding them back in their business. And this is something that I would highly recommend. Interestingly, some of what my business coach worked with me on was what I work with my communications and content writing clients on after I've reviewed their business, key offerings and skills. He shared with me that I've got this far for a reason. He told me to keep track of testimonials, don't try to do it all, be clear on your niche and outsource whatever's slowing you down. I needed an objective coach to tell me all of that and to work with me on all of that. He was absolutely brilliant and he enabled me to move forward in my business. The other thing I did and I continue to do is invest in training. This has helped me to fill any gaps or expand my skills or knowledge. And at the same time, it highlights how much I already know and have simply started to take for granted. A key learning for me is that imposter syndrome is common, particularly amongst women, although there are many men who also question their skills, no matter how far they've come in their careers. Even the likes of Howard Schultz, Tom Hanks, Sheryl Sandberg, and Serena Williams, for example, say they often experience imposter syndrome. Having done the homework, I make a conscious effort not to let imposter syndrome hold me back. If I sense that unjustified fear of failure and this inner critic is stopping me from doing something I'd really love to do, I'll do it no matter how daunting it seems. And my clients know that if I get a whiff of imposter syndrome from them, I won't let it go until they do what they deep down really want to do. I now know exactly what my niche is. I've set better boundaries. I'm not afraid to say no to what doesn't bring me joy. I know my strengths, skills, and the value I bring, and I'm not afraid to charge for it all. And I no longer put pressure on myself to have all the answers. In fact, I've learned to befriend imposter syndrome because sometimes imposter syndrome is telling me or you there are opportunities to learn more and grow more. And that to me is one of the joys of the entrepreneurial journey.
To receive a complimentary copy of the Progressive Partnerships book for entrepreneurs on Kindle or audiobook, plus loads of other goodies at the intersection of investing and small business, go to callumlang.com now.